Guys, good afternoon. Welcome to Watches and Wonders 2025. I'm Simon Lazarus, Head of PR and Content for Chrono Hunter. Now, I have another massive interview on my hands today. One of many. I have with me, to my right, he is the brainchild of Pequignet. He is, of course, the CEO of Pequignet, is Monsieur Hugues Souparis. Hugues?
Hello.
Enchanté.
Enchanté.
Great to meet you. Thank you.
Pleasure.
First of all, thank you for your time, because we all know that time is precious, and I appreciate you giving it up for me, because it must be a very, very busy period for you.
It is. I can confirm.
Yeah. So look, first of all, we want to talk about the history of Pequignet, 1973. Talk to me about how it all started, the evolution, the development du marque.
Okay, so Pequignet is a brand which is now a little bit more than 50 years old. It started in 73. It was founded by Émile Pequignet. Émile Pequignet was a child of Jura. He lived in Jura, and he was at that time worker in a watch factory. And during this time, he was also asked by his boss to create watches, and they created great watches, and the boss asked them to sell watches. So it was then for this company, was both the creator of the watches and the best sales guy of the watches. So one day he said, well, I would do that for myself. So he designed another collection, his collection, and began to go around France and sell the watches, and it worked immediately. He sold quite a lot of watches, and he started his company in 73. So Émile at that time was mainly, in fact, a very, very good designer. He was one of the first to change the shape of the watches to create female watches, nice watches, elegant watches, and at that time he was using Swiss movements. So during a long period of time, the success of Pequignet was around nice, elegant watches, a lot for ladies, but then after also he designed very nice watches for male. So in the 80s, 90s, Pequignet was very successful, essentially in France, but also after on the export market, selling nice, elegant watches for male and females. Now, in 2004, Émile decided that he wanted to do something different. He was, beside being a super designer of watches and an excellent sales guy, he was also a horse champion and a ski champion.
Oh, right.
So he decided in 2004 that now he wanted to focus more on horses, and he sold the brand to another guy named Didier Lemengout. Didier Lemengout was on a very watchmaker guy. He was really in the watchmaking industry because his father was a watchmaker. Himself was the boss of Zenith at that time.
Okay.
And so he decided to buy the company. He bought Pequignet in 2003, 2004. And then he decided that Pequignet should not remain only, I would say, a watch designer and a watch assembly factory, but also a manufacturer. So he put a lot of money in all the last years of the 2000s in creating its own movement. So he employed excellent engineers, watchmakers, etc. And in 2010, they had finalized the Calibre Royal. So they started not by a small, simple caliber. They really started by something excellent, which was with a long, very long power reserve watch, 88 hours.
It's very impressive.
Plus a jumping date, plus a moon phase. So very nice design. good proportions, it's quite thin. So for a complication, a watch with many complications, it was really a very compact design. So they launched the first manufactured watches in Pequignet in 2011. It was a great success, but the watches, because of money pressure, they had still some technical problems. They launched a little bit too early on the market, and then the company began to have some difficulties and look for a new investor. So they had new investors coming in the company during the period 2012 to 2015. They managed to completely resolve all the technical issues, so the movement was perfectly reliable, but the company did not really perform at the time, and it ended up by the fact that the key employees of the company bought the company in 2017. So the company was bought back by 4 key employees of the company in 2017, and they managed to stabilize the company, reduce a little bit the size of the company, but making a company which was safe, which was profitable, and they developed at that time a new movement, which movement name is Calibre Initial. So Calibre Initial is a very interesting caliber, also smaller, thinner, 65 hours of power reserve, and also jumping date. So they had those 2 calibers in 2017. They also developed a Calibre Royal totally manual with 100 hours of power reserve. So they ended up in 2019-20 with 3 calibers, a company which was safe and profitable. Now came the COVID, so it was also a slightly difficult period for the company.
I can imagine, yeah.
And eventually I met the boss of the company at that time and the key employees that bought by the company, and we decided that they would be available to sell the company, staying by themselves in the company, selling the majority shares of the company. So in 2022, I bought the majority share of the Pequignet company, and I decided to keep all the good DNA of the company over the years, because the first DNA of the company was what I call the Emile DNA, which was the design DNA, the elegance of the watches, the innovation in shapes, and the innovation in watch faces also, and what brought the element good and the key employees, which was the manufacturer side, the technical side. And so the DNA of Pequignet now is 2 legs. DNA, one leg is design, French design, elegance, and the other foot of the company is the technology, high quality watchmaking, innovation in the movements. So now this is the company is sort of fusion of those 2 DNA, and we call that the artistical engineering company. So we want to be both artists and engineers to bring on the market nice, elegant watches with very interesting movement, very high quality manufactured movements. This is where we are.
And I see that in the new novelties, which we're going to go on to shortly. Before we rewind time slightly, the Concorde Titanium and the Royal Paris, especially the representation of the moon phases, which is based on an image of the moon, correct?
The real images of the moon. The real images,
incredible. So we're going to go on to that. But for me, talk to me about what haute horologie française means? How important is that to the marque, to the brand, to Pequignet as a whole?
Well, the haute horlogerie française is a long history because it goes back to big names of the watchmaking, like Breguet, for example, who was a French guy during the royal time. This is one of the reasons that Pequignet used this term royal, because the royal period in the 16th, 17th, 18th century in France was the period where the horlogerie was created, where the small watches were created, where all those complications were created, mainly by French and also English people at that time. And Switzerland was not at that time that important in the watchmaking. France was more important in this period, in this royal period. France was more important in the watch industry than Switzerland. And this is because of politics. When the French decided to fire away the Protestant, which were most of the watchmakers were Protestants, and so they were fired out of France during that period, late 18th century, and so they moved from French Jura to Swiss Jura. This is why the watch industry in Switzerland is in the border of France.
Of course.
This is because, in fact, it was a lot of French immigrants that created or improved at the least the industry in Switzerland. So our roots are really our inspiration, our roots is this period of the history where the France was, very important in watchmaking. And today, we still have in France a lot of industry for components. So, for example, in our Calibre Initial, we source 75% of our components in France, because we have in France a lot of industry of micro components.
Yeah, because you source the majority of your components from within 60 to 80 kilometers.
Yes, because we are in the Morteau, where the factory is. Is really in the center of the horloger. We call that the archéologie, the area where all those high manufacturers of horlogerie are. So Morteau is really at the center, and all around you have a lot of component suppliers, and so we source most of our components in France, but also some components in Switzerland. But every component is sourced in a 80-kilometer diameter.
Which is phenomenal, really, to get
very local production.
Very local. Yeah, which is great. So let's move on to the stars of the show. The nouveautés pour 2025. The new novelties. What should you choose? Concorde Titanium or Paris?
We can start by the Concorde Titanium. Because this is, this watch is very symbolic of what I said. The Concorde is taking roots in the Émile Pequignet design, because he designed in the 80s a watch we call the Morea, with a very special bracelet, and we got the inspiration of this special bracelet from the Morea watch of Émile Pequignet, and we also took inspiration of the shape of the watch on the Art Deco French design. So that is a sort of mix between design influence, French design influence, and Émile Pequignet influence. And inside the watch we have our Calibre Initial, which was developed by our engineers, and we did also a very special treatment inside. So the color of the movement is matched with the color of the titanium.
Oh, really?
So
it's a stunning watch. It's very clean.
It is a stunning watch.
Legible.
It is very easy to wear. It's very light. The bracelet is extremely supple. You know, it's very easy to get it around the wrist. It's very nice, elegant for both men and women.
I was going to say, yeah, it looks very for both unisex. Really, yeah.
This is a characteristic of this line of the Concorde line. It's totally a watch that either men and women can wear. We have three sizes. One is 30 diameter.
Yeah.
The other one is 36, and the last one is 40.
Okay.
So, you know, if you have a large wrist or a small one,
you cater to all wrist sizes.
You can use whatever case, and ladies can prefer large one, or men can prefer smaller one. But it's a shape which is totally transgender.
Yeah, absolutely. Talk to me about the inspiration behind it. Place de la Concorde, the obelisk.
So the shape of the bracelet.
Yeah, the bracelet.
Is reminds the shape of the top of the Concorde obelisk. So this is at the cross point of many influences. Paris, the French design. High horologery with
it's a melange of.
It's a complete mixture of whatever Pequignet is now.
Yeah, I know it's an incredible execution. It's incredibly in terms of the production, the clean, the dial, they're very highly legible. The bracelet, very light. The thickness is again 9-10 millimeters. The thickness.
The thickness is 9 millimeters.
9,
yes.
yeah.
Very thin because the caliber initial is quite thin, so we can make quite thin watches. And one of the good point also that's thanks to our engineers, that the power reserve is 65 hours.
Yeah.
So in such a small watch, 65 hours is quite a performance.
Absolutely. That's really for such a slim watch, like you say, it's a very impressive power reserve. Yeah, absolutely.
So that's the one of the novelties of this show. We launched the Concorde shape 2 years ago, and now we have the Concorde in steel. We have the Concorde in steel with steel bracelet, Concorde in steel with either leather or gum bracelet, and the titanium.
You answered my next question, because I was about to ask you how many dial declinations there were. I think you pretty much answered that.
I don't know how many, but we have also a version with diamonds.
Oh really? Right.
We have in the steel version we have 7 colors of dials.
Oh, 7 declination. Okay.
So 7 dial. So we have in fact 3 sizes and 7 colors of dial.
Oh wow, great.
Okay. Plus now we also have a full gold. A full gold version on the 30 millimeter diameter.
That must look incredible if it's all full gold. Yeah.
It's a very nice
piece. It's a shame we don't have it here, but I think it's going to be a stunning watch as well. So let's move on to the Calibre Royal. I mean, obviously 2011 that it came out, introduced.
So that is the watch.
Very special to Pequignet.
Yeah. So the Calibre Royal is the caliber that you can see here. So it's as you can see, the
finishing is incredible.
The construction is very clean, very symmetric. So that is one of the signature of our movement. We try to have always movement very symmetrical, so easy to recognize all the elements. We pay also great attention to the decoration of the movement, because we want also that if you look at your movement, you see a nice.
It's a window inside.
It's like when you open, a Ferrari, you see the engine. The engine is really clean, really well designed also. So
very sleek, sophisticated, elegant.
This is what we want to do also with our movement, to have a very elegant design movement. So this movement now we have improved it since the launch. Now we have 96 hours of power reserve. Which is guaranteed. It means we have more than 100 hours.
So it's at least 96 hours.
Yeah, 96 is guaranteed.
Right, okay.
We have more. We have, of course, the jumping date, day and date. So it's a large.
That's a great complication.
Yeah, it's a great complication. It's a large day and date, and it's at midnight. It's a jump in less than 2/10 of a second.
Wow, didn't know that. 2/10.
So the three disc moves simultaneously in 2/10 of a second at midnight. 0,
God, that's amazing.
So it's a very amazing complication. Not many watches.
I was going to say, not many are doing what you're doing.
Few,
yeah, in terms of that. Yeah.
We have a small second, and we have the moon phase with the two hemispheres, north and south. And the moon image is a reduction of a real photography of the moon.
How did you come about producing that or doing that in terms of getting that representation onto the dial?
We just bought the image from Pizza, and we collaborate with a printer which is printing the small dial of the moon, and they have a very high definition printing technique, and we use this supplier to do that, to print this very high definition moon face.
And it's slimmed down, the diameter has been reduced from 41 to 39?
The new design of the watch is very close. The inspiration is very close to the Paris Royal that we had before in our lines, but we reduced the diameter from 41. Now it's 39.5 because most of the clients now are
slimmer watches,
for smaller watches. We also changed the sapphire. We use now a small glass box to reduce also the impression of thickness, and we open more the back. Also, we have a sapphire on the back, which is enlarged, so you can really see very well your movement from the back.
Yeah.
We pay also a lot of attention to the design of the dial. So we have all around a small gauge, which is replicate a little bit the finishing of the side of the watch, with the index as a small bridge over the gauge, and the center is also a grained center. So if you look at close to the dial, you see that there is a lot of work to make a very nice, elegant dial.
I mean, it's a phenomenal work of art in terms of the detail, in terms of the gouge. And so I noticed the fleur de lis on the.
Yes, this is our emblem. I mean, the fleur de lis is because that is backed for this inspiration of the royal period, where our roots are at that period where France was the place for high manufacturing of watches. So we keep this emblem. We of course symbolize it. It's a different fleur de lis than the royal one, but it's our own fleur de lis, and we kept this symbol both because of these roots, but also because outside of France, fleur de lis is a symbol of elegance, of freshness, and this is something that Pequignet is all about also. It's elegance and freshness and candidness.
And it's reflected in these executions that we have in front of us today, which are sublime.
Thank you.
We are unfortunately running out of time. I could be here all day with you, but I've got one last question for you, okay?
Okay.
60 seconds left on the planet Earth, okay? Not that you're going yet. What watch are you wearing and why?
I do not have the watch with me, but this is the Pequignet Sapphire Blue.
Okay, what and why? Tell me
because
why.
I love this watch. I mean, this is. I think it's a very elegant watch. It's you see a little bit the mechanism behind the dial, and I wear that watch nearly every day, except today because
I was
today
going to say, where's the sapphire blue?
Today I wear the.
What are you wearing today then?
This one is also Royal. This is a Royal Origin.
Okay.
And this is something that will go out of of our collection soon.
Oh, really?
But this is a watch which is one of the watch we sell the most today.
Oh, great.
But the one that I will keep on me if it's
If
60
it was
seconds,
the end of the time,
will be the Royal Origin
in
Blue Sapphire.
In blue sapphire. Okay. Well, we're at an end. It's been a pleasure. Thanks
you
so much for
very
your time, and I
Thank you
look
for your
forward
time.
to doing this all again this time next year for Watches and Wonders 2026,
My pleasure.
2026.
See you then.
Thank you again, Hugues.
Bye bye.
Thank you. And coupe.
Okay.